The corporate world has been rocked by the news that Crimble, the world's largest toy manufacturing company, is to lose its charismatic founder and CEO, Sir Nick Clouse. The baton is to be handed on in dynastic fashion to his rather less well-known son. Today we've been granted access to the new CEO, Nick Clouse Jnr, for his first broadcast interview since the appointment was made. Nick Clouse is a shadowy figure compared to his father and has a reputation as a shrewd and ruthless operator. We wanted to find out what he has in store for this famous brand. Crimble is perhaps the world's leading toy maker and air freight company. You must be delighted to be in charge of such a well-known and well-loved organisation. But you have big boots to fill. Are you conscious of the comparisons with your father's tenure and his great success at building the brand?
Well, of course, Dave, but I can never be my father. I mean, he was an exceptional, charismatic gentleman, and his clothes, his mode of transport, his rotund, unmistakable figure, even his beard, were all part of him and all things that he put into this great company. And that's where I see my mission now, is to take this great company that he founded and to push it forward into the 21st century so that we are still relevant to our customers.
There are people who regard your appointment as controversial, given your reputation, and there are rumours that you plan big changes. For one thing, there have been stories of mass redundancies amongst your elves. You're said to be putting the freight operation, Sleigh Air, out to tender.
Well, first of all, Dave, thank you for letting me comment on these sort of fairy tales that have been putting about in the popular press. Yes, it's true, we are selling off the transport division, but there are very clear and unarguable efficiency savings to be made by putting this particular part of the business out to tender. Our sleighs are old, they are very expensive to run. The buyers will certainly be investing in a brand new fleet of greener, reindeer-free super sleighs. The methane savings alone will cut our carbon hoofprint by up to 85%. And that's not to mention even the greater load capacity and the very much quieter running of these new super sleighs.
It's been rumoured you may stop household deliveries altogether because it's no longer cost effective to send these new super sleighs to individual addresses.
Yeah, no, this is just a lot of tittle-tattle actually that has been put around by some of our competitors to scare our customers. The fact of the matter is that in reality the super sleighs will still deliver as normal. It's just that now they are so heavy they cannot land on every roof. So what we have done to counter that is to set up a very simple system of organizing drop-off points in every postal area where the children can go and simply collect their own gifts. And what's more, now we guarantee these drop-offs will be made within 5 working days of Christmas Day.
So what you're saying is that the presents will no longer be delivered to the end of the bed, and they may not even arrive on Christmas Day anymore?
Look, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Dave, but that old down the chimney of every house all in one night kind of business model really is not sustainable for any modern organization. Our market research showed us that, in fact, nobody is really that comfortable with the thought of an old man with a big pot belly and a grey beard coming into their children's room in the middle of the night, to put presents on the end of the bed. They don't like this. That is quite aside, of course, from the health and safety implications and the thought of putting our staff down chimneys, dragging a big heavy sack behind them. By way of compensating for our small changes in delivery methods, if your children go and register at our website, which by the way is www.bar-humbug.lp, they will receive a free online Christmas e-greeting right on Christmas morning, which I'm sure you will agree more than compensates for the lack of a few presents at the end of the bed.
So will there be anything left of Christmas at all?
No. I'm kidding, of course. Yes, you can follow me on Twitter and find out about all my off-season activities. And of course, our Facebook page will allow people, customers, everybody to upload their own photographs of our super sleighs if they happen to catch one going past their window in the middle of the night. Added to which, and I'm very excited to tell you this, Dave, we are undergoing a rebranding process, which from now on, if I may, we will be called HO3, in memory of my father.
Elf unions are accusing you of flagrant disregard for the European elf in time directive. Is it true? Are you ignoring European law?
Can I just say, Dave, that in relation to these issues and other similar schemes run by toy and freight companies, we are no different, or indeed similar, to any other large corporation, and we take these matters very seriously indeed.
Sorry, are you saying you are in breach of the elf in time directive?
Dave, you know, it really isn't quite as simple as you guys in the media would have us believe, you know? Yes, there is a directive, and yes, we strive to abide by all relevant codes and practices insofar as they apply to each and every aspect of this, and in fact that sector of our industrial base.
Sorry, so you are breaching the European elf in time directive?
Look, Dave, the important thing to realize here is that we have been in this business for a very, very long time now. And I can say with some certainty that taking all the factors into account and bearing in mind all of the above, and of course not forgetting our excellent safety record, our workers benefit from some of the best conditions anywhere in the Lapland toy making and sleigh driving sector.
Are the National Association of Elves and other small toy makers correct? Are you in breach of the
Look, the NAEOST frankly does not know what it is talking about. This elf in time directive may not even apply north of the Arctic Circle. And all the elves I have here, most of them certainly are happy to work the overtime. Look, I don't force anybody to work for me. Those who choose to come and work here are very happy to find themselves in a good solid job, stuffing a little red sack filled with parcels. You know, there's bugger all else to do on a frozen tundra these days. Maybe they should be a bit more grateful, don't you think, Mr. Harris? Right. I think that's the end of this interview, gentlemen. You can take your things and go. Thank you very much for coming by. Right, you stay there, I will go. I've had enough. And I tell you what, I'm going to get my lawyers onto this first thing in the morning, and they will come down on you, Mr. Harris, like a ton of bricks. You won't be able to show this video anywhere, not even in your own front room at Christmas time. I've had enough.